Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back today with another 5 trades. Today's date is June the 9th and I am using my new power trigger system. Now the last 2 trades I had running from yesterday, as you can see, paying the swap rates here. A friend of mine, a trading buddy, drew my attention to the US 30-year Treasury bonds, and he said it pays really quite well, and so I gave it a go yesterday. That goes to show that you can trade anything that your MT4 platform shows and your broker provides for you. Now, before I get into the trades, I would like to inform you that all trading systems will work less than 50% of the time, and that includes all my trigger systems. Now, it took me 8 years and over 700 trading systems to learn that. To get that up to 80 or 90% success rate, you will have to learn how to trade the flow of the market, which is what I teach. You will also have to learn trade management and money management. To be successful in trading, all you need is a lot of chart time, a lot of demo trading, and a lot of education. I provide the education. You must buy the education and then do the homework, or you will fail at trading. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This will encourage me to do more of these videos. If you leave your name and email address, I will put you on my email list for free weekly trading tips. Now, another thing I would like to point out is you should try to do more than one trade while you're trading. I usually do at least 3 or more, as I don't know which one is going to be moving. Usually it's between 5 and 10 trades. Now, I know this is very difficult to do if you're fairly new at trading, but practice a lot in a demo account until you get used to having multiple trades running and manage them properly. And remember, trade management is very important to your success. So let's move on now to the trades. Okay, let's run a check on this first trade, the pound Aussie. Took the trade about 8 o'clock in the morning. It wasn't quite lined up for a great way to trade, but it was pretty close. There was my stop there. I took the trade and it went almost immediately in my favor. Did go against me 1 pip, and stop was pretty tight. It was only 4 pips. And I ended up closing out the trade, other than just being happy looking at totals down at the bottom. Ended up with 30 pips here, and 30 pips on the pound Aussie trade paid $2,324. Okay, let's move on to the next trade, the pound CAD. Drag and drop this up. Same situation here. I knew it was going to go down. And by the way, when these 3 pound pairs here, it was based on pound weakness. As you can see, it's at 9%. Remember, anything that is 20% or less, that is a bus driver. And of course, if it's 80% or more higher up, that is a bus driver, and that's what you need. Minimum one bus driver to get pips. And on the next trade, I'll show you there's 2 bus drivers, and it just tanked. And that's the main reason why I sold the pound pairs. So I took the trade rate at this cursor, qualified for a great way to trade. That's using all the indicators on the top and the bottom telling me the direction. It's only a 7 pip stop, and I closed it out actually when it was getting around the average daily range, and I was really happy with the grand total. Here I got 32 pips, and 32 pips on the pound CAD paid $2,648. And on this power trigger system, you will get pop-up alerts and audio sounds. Here's the pop-up box you'll get. It'll either say up or down, suggesting either for buying or selling. Doesn't mean take the trade because you'll get plenty of them, but it draws your attention whether you should be buying or selling. On this situation, you would have got the signal right at this point. Moving forward, we are selling. A lot of new traders first starting out, they like to have signals whether you should be buying and or selling. Me personally, I don't care too much for these alerts, as I just get in front of the computer. I don't need an alert to tell me at this point or this point to sell, because my charts are telling me it's going down. Okay, let's move on to this pound Swiss I mentioned earlier that has 2 bus drivers here. Remember, pound less than 20 and the Swiss more 80 or more. Double bus driver, definitely know it's going to go. This is where I got in at, knowing it's going to go. Look at my stop. Well, I readjusted it as it was moving down. Should have stayed in the trade for a little bit more pips, but that's not a big deal. I was very happy with the total. Got in at this cursor. When I did pull the trigger, it did qualify for a great way to trade. Closed the trade right here. Looks like with 24 pips. And 24 pips on the pound Swiss paid $2,793. Very good tip for you is if you're looking for a pair that will do a lot of pips every day, it's the pound New Zealand, but it pays less money per pip. If you're looking for more money per pip, but it doesn't move quite as much, this pound Swiss here pays more money per pip. So just paper trade them and you will quickly see what I am talking about. Now the last 2 trades here I put in yesterday. One was at 10 to 8 and the other one I put in at 9:20 as I was talking to my trading buddy, and he's loved doing the 30-year treasury bonds. So let's run a check on the first one. So let's run a check on this buy trade for the Euro New Zealand. Did one more, it did a little bit of a cycle down. Not a big deal, but I did take the trade here. Did go against me about 19 pips, not a big deal. Should have closed it out up here, but I was talking to my trading buddy and wasn't quite paying full attention. But after I drilled down the lights and I knew it was going to go up, I just kept the trade running until I closed it out at this point over here. Looks like with 48 pips, and 48 pips on the Euro New Zealand paid $3,454. So let's move on to this next pair that I did. It was a 30-year US 30-year treasury bonds. My trading buddy told me it moves and gives a lot of ticks on a daily basis. Remember, futures, it's called ticks and points. So I took the trade. Now it took a long time for it to give it to me, but after I drilled down the lights from the daily time frame, I knew that it was going to go up. Took the trade here. Now it did go against me around 3 points, and I closed it out as it was hitting this average daily range high point right here with about 7.5 points or 75 ticks. And those points and or ticks on the 30-year Treasury bonds paid $3,750. So another great day of trading. I ended up getting actually over 200 today. Pips, and of course one of them was ticks. I ended up with 209 grand total, pips and ticks. And those 209 pips and ticks paid $14,745. Another thing I want to point out is that the meter will not work on futures. And also, as far as this trade setup right here, it did qualify for a great way to trade. That's how I knew it was going to go up. So anyhow, if your system is not producing on a daily basis like my power trigger system, I suggest you get your hands on it. And to do so, all you have to do is look right below this video and you will see this write-up. My power trigger system, I do charge $250 for it. I teach how to trade the flow of the market. If you don't learn this, you will fail. My power trigger system comes with 4 gigabytes of training, and you'll get an exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. Comes with 5 MT4 templates, 10 custom indicators, and my favorite meter. Now I threw in a lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents, along with 9 bonus videos. This is what you're going to need, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of education to succeed. Now, there's a lot of ways to trade. I do teach a lot of ways to trade, and I'll just mention it one more time. My favorite way to trade is a great way to trade. Perfect example of it right here on the right-hand side. Now, you can put this video on pause, read all this information. If you have any questions at all, quite simple, pick up the phone and call me. Here's my number. Now, if you live too far, just send me an email. Remember, there's an underscore right here. Now, I really do prefer Skype. Made it easy for you. Just click on this link. We will have a Skype connection. And through Skype screen sharing, I'll give you a free session and answer your questions. Remember, I'll do that. There's no obligation to you. If nothing else, you'll get some tips and tricks. Now, if you click on this link right here, you will see 32 screenshots of the different trigger systems I've been building over the years. So it's just about time to wrap up this video and this day of trading. And I'll repeat it one more time. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So, until the next trade, happy trading, and remember to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.